FM nap radio Kencity Media no ho na me kai mo se na wotwe awie na of akwabna kwache ye na yie no cancer
yes sir
akwaba
ya me
boko de
na me so okro anyam kanedi da se na so yetinko
okay chia tiefo ne yanku ani
chia tiefo ne afefo ni na na kopon so ye chia kese na so odi na ache yeah, otuwe wa munapa, but we say wa fa. Because it's preparation towards corrupt purchase.
Yeah.
Corrupt purchase.
So wa fa.
Yeah, be fa. Say your member, otin kwema wa sa fa ho shene ni munyam. You know, you have to dress the part and be the parts.
Now, ma me ne ho ye.
Oh, me ma me ho ye pa.
Okay. Let me am tell you sir. Is any fie no cause?
My mom is now going to hit 89. November.
Okay.
Yeah. Wonderful woman, very, very healthy. Say, I don't know, I'm going to manage pressure.
I didn't hear.
Tell me, I know, sir. As some of you need bra, me many abra, me boom, boss or stress. As the corona or the own cotton house.
But that's who was all your
of course. Now, my die in your man light off. Your man light off, I'm here. You also be the. And to whom ye already. And Tontum, about chair, we must be 6 months or 4 months near. And Tontum bury me bay, a better Kwaku-addo, and Tontum bury no who me. And see, was me a send a man, minty so who me the whole intimacy for this woman to stop the oil. I was a baby or best. And oh, who me and I was Mr. T. Say was me abo fra out here and you come and me fear na so you can see ultimate sububu you also usunga if you don't osrea and the actually so light and so say meet me akoda o na say yes now mama leave me to live I mean old person someone with gray hair here at least mama allow me and this idea so we have fun it's fun to be around her.
2 stories here interesting back home and I pay paper review I've not a review story baby akofa obiba esena ipana ne ba no ada and akofa na omo bro no say na nipa no go jele na adwin yo e wuni sa say na adwin yo o de no to nchen a wono mo kai na esi na no fa railway kwan yi a obi ko park car si so yi ni ono ankasa park car na ejele ni akire no afei o masa akwachi nipa enan e de o ma ba kan o ya se de na ne blocks ne ku hwem tem so a de kokko jele no ene afei na ye pick nipa no bi no ne ade na ene ma na akoye.
Yeah, but that's a piece of and this is a very smart question now, so I have to think on my feet. Across me, Abra Kokuma, I also share the same, almost the same attack, the inner attack, you know. And justice, a idea, a yamitri mupo, and so be committed. Crime be ana obi ye bonia and sana obetuni nipa na kotumu you need to bring a lot of evidence and the evidence no so ode ban also who say evidence now ode ban emu odru and normally we don't rush particularly when it's a criminal offense you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt I also say who say trimu minitimu ka bia sanya nipa na ye
na se we no ono obedru court ho na no say me di for
okaso di for but still you need a lot of investigations because crime no committee at the end of nipa no ye for example the ye nipa no ye no owo nkrofobia omoboa no ma ne ye na ono nko na ye na what you say our accomplices wo mu ana oni kofo bi the chance no both conspire together na ono nko na yache no and ono nko na ka say me di for into case we di for fine but investigation is so important if any person cause me di for be as atan na dwumu ka no how do you know and me di for be ehun bi yache no and they confess how do you know And I post for that Bonnie Henya so when the fire found. How do you know? So you look at article, you look at section 120, that's 120 of the Evidence Act. About confession, the elements of confession. When can someone confess? These are the things. And if coming back, say a chiwobi. For example, I need for the idea coffee train. Who's that train we know? Unmidi. The friend DMU. Diesel multiple unit. Yeah, it is powered by a diesel engine. Yeah, it is built. Sadi we know and your locomotive. Yeah, building up your train engine air now a unit to so we know it is part of the and it was built in Holland. Well prepared, well built train. Yeah, a Sala train, a bullet train. And yes, here called test drive. I just want to give the facts first. Yes, here called test drive. Then all of a sudden, we book Kevin and Akabi. Ejina Kwemuho. Yeah. There are so many questions where we don't show picture here. Almost at the stretch, you know. There are so many questions. I didn't think a car could see her at that time. This Kia truck. I didn't go see her at that time. Time now, train no air battle and a copy or uncle a day before or a day after. I didn't think a car and echo see her no car. I did just a car where empty hump over the rail. Na echo car it has been packed in the middle. Akaso. Na se car no akaso a car bi a ya adjust enim obi a say engine na say me boa. It is no se car dey ko. And a car dey car ho a ayetino mabie engine so. Does it mean say don't person engineer say don't person almost start here now almost almost here. And then all of a sudden, you know, will destroy a public property. And there you have free Holland, and there Bahao, you have test drive. Ama in Pakadan Tema railway line, man, for I enjoy people going to the Volta region, or an easy almost transportation, ease of movement, people and goods. And what that you know so. I can pack a car see her. Now I don't know is it a moving violation or parking violation? Or parking see was no a jaho, or jadian ho. Echo, waiting to see the outcome. I see a soon video. And in the triple point, they say, first of all, to commit a crime. No. You have to have the menstrual, which is the intention to commit the crime. It must be there. And then the act. At the end now, I found triple post and person with the car and could see one. No car, the car could see one. Yes, or the car could see her. So, need you now coincide simultaneously into a committee and offense. But offense ben occurs here. Is it a traffic offense?
Can we say any traffic offense?
Is it let's say a whole lot of here. Is it a traffic offense? And a traffic offense, is it a moving violation or a parking violation? Beyond that, sir, I dare not say no. What costs financial loss to the state? What put to the drivers and put in the party more into harm's way. Into harm's way. Now, on no na tika room. I don't need the mate. Now, when the man I didn't say Uncle Fanko Faho, now Uncle Fire then, now how cry a lot of quite the hall. A whole lot of quite the hall. Who show who said, Bibi, a quite the hall. And the team of Polo must be well investigated. And they said, they don't court now, call Russia. Wait, coming to me to be who is I said, oh, see, this in itself for me, if I'm critically prosecuting this guy provided an offensive weapon.
I didn't hear.
Because we go for Mr. Atta, Muhammad Atta, and the rest. Yeah, in the 911 incident, we more grab the planes. A 2-3 boxing, we find the Hudson River, so a bit targeted the Twin Towers. At the bomb. At that time, they used the plane as an offensive weapon to commit crime. And I didn't see one for me. Or that be sure I have weapon and commit me as produce captrain, a bit me as produce boom. Not what this so empty. I have one say they rush this guy to the court of law, pass sentence, and jailed him. After now, what say? As I got chin powerful from you, empty they could have said, slow at the end down, remind this guy, this guy to speak. Let us go and get the rest. na no kre energy e de na ba o mutrim to o gu ho o me ko si ho ade na bibi wo mutrim enye e de no person mo achieve out of that. In Ghana we don't talk about motive, in the US and they will talk about motive, the motive behind the act, but how the intention and the act when you consider.
You want to say it be dangerous?
Yeah, this is a dangerous act. Now a minor cover deal with Holland, but just train to you have to order build to order. And you have factoring with the bus. You share transportation from Tema to Impakada across the Volta region. Yeah, cried Akofa the Volta River. So I'm going to rush on part of Eastern region. Now Aqua, South Suburban area. Now Aqua, na ko afa. A friend is Volta region with the hope. Sebeko all the way through Paga. Na fa Paga na siwa na ako. Northern part of Ghana. Now, if possible, if also Burkina Faso also and a big journey. Now, your international railway line. They have a whole system of railway lines. Now, the defense Ministry of Railways and the Department of Railways, railway company, person building, now come the network in West African area. They are started to test the DMU, which is look at the train. Look at the train.
Yeah, I mean, one of my friends, 2 TV, we say train. So we share a fast way investigations so Ghana has say
yeah, for me it is very light. I can take my case in point. Suppose if Abamoho, na confirm we are many. Next camera say what area or national camera say what area? 16 of them. Next almost pick those camera footages now. No man can share without me. How can they identify my car? How can they identify my vehicle? Without me.
And think emotion, I
have to be there to say that this is my car. You can smell it. Till today, when they lift a fingerprint, we don't know what's going on. And he rush to prosecute. You know, I want to say people, and I'm for you careful. You don't have to rush to prosecute. Because like criminal offense there, you need every evidence to pin that person down. Say, yes, no credit, this person has committed the crime beyond reasonable doubt.
Criminal law student, when it comes to records.
Criminal procedure.
Criminal procedure.
Yes.
When it comes to the Ghana Law School records, best student. Crime being the longest in terms of investigations. For 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. What was the reason?
Yeah, a crime is a crime. What I say, once you commit a crime, it's a crime, and the crime is against the state. Until the state needs to be prosecuted to be now the most painful thing according to Lord Denning in the world. And it's a obe jaili obia or you're innocent. The most painful offense, the most painful thing, and it's obe jaili obia or you're innocent. And therefore, and what's you take your time investigating the matter?
How many days? How many months?
It doesn't. Say crime any statute of limitation. Crime. Who commit crime? I say who could nipa na who you be na who journey who could 1,000 years back.
Franklin or Netherlands, he says it should be deemed a terrorist act. When they are doing.
Send a make us an offensive weapon. You can say will be a terrorist, and you will be a baby bow. Be a terror. Who did ceremony, vandalism, who cause mayhem. What I say? Terror. You people quack for terror. Who a shady pemu, who nipa, of manipa yard nipa idea was so ye. And the other say a betcho, and a baby buniama, and a baby from, and I did want to mean fat. Now we are making. Did your yeah, know what the M's what the car could see like that. What the car could see was saying that all train boko waiting to see the next. Nanka, where on earth say a railway line so? Because Kwaku so now we young put and show say a be train, but any moment Pia car and free hall. I asked the question, and they said, Kwaku be the one now.
Dabi.
Now not all the car if free fan. The hifa are not all call. They are summa on the one small. Now not all call ye dear or now the car says see on the one she know I'm my young Pia car and free hall. Another in a car and says, see, one could dinner about 2 miles away. No, I said, on for BB, so say, Mr. McCar says, see how to move beyond back. Yeah, no, must was in a car, it was over boom rap. Yeah, boom rap to Obomuni, triangle, to pre-war, What I say, I'm not judging and prejudging the guy. I'm not judging and prejudging the guy.
I know they are court na buawi.
Yes, but the question is, what's the slow down?
I'm at 6 months.
After course, so what's the value of the damage? What's the value of the damage? Now driver, you trade driver and all canoe. The mental shock, the nervous shock. Yeah, the state idea why yeah. And I call it a I think the investigation should not end right there. Yes, you can go to jail, but I think the police or whoever is involved in this must continue to investigate.
Foul play.
Oh, me mom dear. Well, what for the acts now? Why you know? Say if you piece things together, let's lead to one and only one irresistible conclusion. Say then I will conclude. One and only one irresistible conclusion. That is what I'm making. And say I'm making. The first day, you try train. Yeah, announcement in the country. So you have test drive. What? That same day, we did the same hour. What Kia track. Eddie Ababe was blog. Send a be a train. You pay the Kia and 10 form to. One money grandin. The blogger who about the grande. A period Kia also damage to the Kia track. It's not as massive as the damage to the train. A bullet train. Diesel multiple unit. Made from where? Poland. 001, the first train. Look at the destruction. And say, you'll be a fat of mine in one. Go Pakisi Okrano. So, Johnny, what was he waiting for? And for me, so be committee with Sanoa. First of all, the person is innocent until proven guilty. But to prove someone guilty or innocent, you need a lot of evidence. And you do the evidence will unearth, the investigations will unearth the evidence. And he said, if the investigation is not depth enough, and as I get thorough, without I'm backing with seriousness. Who is the owner of the car? Who is the owner of the car? First of all, you find out the owner of the car. You find out who is the driver. Driver and baby out here no. Sadi Kwaku ye wani obi bedi hu komo. You call the neighborhood to find out who that person is. You call the neighborhood.
Where I am in 10 term, I see a jail na fe ni efe ni pan before front. Edi na esi, edi na catch.
Yeah, say we don't have to rush.
We
don't. No, yeah, we don't. So more evidence. They can always amend our charge sheet. And say no. Akwa we didn't go to and perform bad abe cancel for Biafra. And Krofona we can use and Krofona someone can say the only almost that planning and I say and the idea of no crowd is a deliberately, it was a deliberate act to cause destruction.
My memfa said in Nam Tamaklu and 7 on some fan count. Dear 7 on pay baby fire.
Ascon
may yare me acquire Sabia, but no, or maybe a buano for 10 years.
I will come to that, but let me swing it to. We didn't say rush to judgment. If you are any mamia or tea, maybe the trimu economy. Oh, hard before back, or the neck, or hard before. A jelly no more, no cancer. Say, also rush to judgment. Not a jelly mamma, and they say, Senka. I also say, Mamma, the trimu yenaka, who's Obiana drain. It's one of the defenses. So, yeah, defenses. So, Obi lunatic. But unless, of course, at that point in time, or the person was in her lucid moment, if it was a lucid moment there, then I know a different story altogether. What I say? No, I be fabo frado ya chino so say ma me kwada na adwinimuka. Enti was there was something here and say was here the call your friend say
psychiatric
hospital there try to hear help. I mean hear help. Na information na bibia na ya e ba you be rush it. That's how we happen. Baby, we say say do kotum. Let's say it turns out that I don't know commit a crime now. It's a big compensation. Over charge the state, the state amount for be a time we wasting for be a job, also loss of income, and it's it is part of the calculation. It's me calculating the state in a country. But I would advise the Ghana Police Service. I will come to you one day, and I will use my case. And I know they are listening to me. The head of legal, they didn't come up. They know they are all listening to me. Mr. Dampare, petitioner, you are all listening to me. My dean for some time now. The dam may picking me case up to analyze never the shoddy work. Yeah, man, for a year, this country, no. Yeah, idea. Look at sorry, sexy don't matter. For 7 good years, me do your love there, the amano. Me back up, me ya, my girlfriend, me near no. In the criminal justice system. In the criminal justice system, the police will play a very important role to do the prosecution with the AG. What was I say? And no man air cost. And what's the big happening? Police phone show interest. Gadgets. Abaya mambo motos, abaya mambo niema, and then you could be don't share idea, do hana, it's all about life. It's about using those gadgets, equipment to work, to guide, to bring peace and order in this country. To reduce crime.
Is it about Nipana or Moya Jumana, Omuni Honim dear, but the Asho Montadi, and as Omunim dear, but Aquadro Omonia?
Yeah, I assure so police. It's all about patriotism, let me tell you. In the US, police for who? But maybe about the police ever bontina or the Dunkin' Donuts. I could talk Dunkin' Donuts. How about police no supposed to tire or be a ban or police need to account for no Musani. Police for are not supposed to take even public transport. Most are police for what Okada so not take the work serious. Policing is take the work serious. Who German police? We are what I say, Etihano, assembly bar, police for they are looking for BB before they act. Before they act. In the broad daylight, an incident will occur. And then bring more with all the digitalization and cost war, with all the supposed cameras, I'm using the word supposed cameras. Motorway, that's because the camera said, "Bonyano, I'm not motorway." Underground, there was the and people should love the work they do, not job. It is the work they do, and also pay the work they do. No one who said they are working for Ghana, or who said the taxpayers' money they mawo. No one who said they do the right investigations. It is not about traffic. Which we say this. Is that all that policing is about? Is that all that policing is about? No, that's not what that policing is about. It's about peace and order.
Besides, say Nipana or more investigations. Is it about say Yasho Montade, but
yes, or a bit Russian, but they don't even know the law. They don't know why they are there. A people police, I'm just going to go to police.
For you to be an investigator, just a winning law on Kwansana.
Oh, sir, you have to know the law. You won't trips upon the evidence. You will not offense or be. You will not trample upon someone else's human rights and constitutional rights. So at least you have to have an idea of the law. When to arrest, when not to arrest. What I say? Search will be how do you do search? I know say they teach them all of this, but continuous learning and growth is so important. It's not about building buildings or painting walls or growing grasses and flowers. It's about learning and growth. Let them know the law. Let them know the constitution. Let them know the procedure. Have interest and passion. Patriotism, mindset. The police. Post the motor track red light. Because posting not to red light no so on now what red light no so. So coming back to investigation, when they are doing investigation, they have to make sure that they get the evidence to do the prosecution so that the state will get justice. And when you come to the setting now matter.
Maybe no so Nana Sewa a retired custom officer, and she says you are really blessed with knowledge and wisdom from God. I like the way you educate our listeners through your intelligent questions. My regards to lawyer from Nana Sewa. Nana Sewa mete on catch and I say we are retired in here. That's the other say talking about communication. Councillor Darteh is a shining example of a communicator and a maestro, a very effective one. It defines the message in context, weigh it in relation to the target audience before delivery. The end result is as follows. Why the message? What does it entails? And how can it be effectively transmitted to achieve the desired effect it requires? The MPP needs him. Ukuseku ewodanfa sent in that one. That's it. Say, Papa, what here? Councillor Amoh.
Yeah.
So back to Sedinam Tamaklu.
Say he went to court. Eko sre kwine. Say on tiapo.
Yes.
And tie manonko. And a court to manonko.
Yeah.
Say onko. He had all the opportunity. Enough adequate notice. Say court. The car 7 saying. So no one can blame the court. Say. A procedural impropriety, like in terms of national justice, because a maritime to come in, ask kondo oniho, and me almost say, agents say they will use Kwaku through the Interpol. He was tried in absentia. But in absentia, I don't mean say he tried him right now oniho. But she had all the opportunities. Sabro, got to see bro, yes, several or more, got to see bro, yes, several or more, and perform a surety, you hope you have no matter go to any baby or say. Meanwhile, every day, who are pushing forward, and we are telling the court say, Mombra, Nessa Wamba. Yeah, me, I don't blame the court. Justice must be done, and it must be seen done well. Justice must be done. Enti charges or media man no, say now, of course, say, a general credit, and Uncle Wapaso defend one. You come in, you get the service of a great lawyer who really understands the law, who knows how to prosecute, who knows how to defend. And defend, like Johnny Cochran will say, they don't know how to try cases. Obi or T case I say, or T procedure I say, or name the defenses. Or understand the charge sheet, or name what to do and what to say. Not only defend, that is if you are defensible. Simple when you're defensible, that's a sentence or crowd. The person can say, let's just look at the person's track record.
I don't know my reading como afa.
Oh, mentie.
Only hano.
Yes.
A bin lawyers maybe can say once a court no. I pronounce on the judgment. Na here say juma. My reading said Debbie. Court no say uncle them. Baby or no them one answer on them. On them. My reading say court no say with hard labor. Baby or no hard labor no can one answer. Debbie. Onya the house arrest. Ono na bien say answer so be buy ne be tumuno.
True, within the jurisdiction, it has to be within the jurisdiction for it to be effective, for it to start kicking. And the time will start ticking when he gets here at a children. And time will start counting. They say, oh, no, say, on the house arrest, or the freedom he's living on one life. Within the fufu, within a bit, within the baby crowd, or Tretty, or dinner, coffee, and you move for Akple. I did that. And your entire jurisdiction is a yes, one. Nothing yet, nothing hardly, but whatever it is. So now that a sentence has been pronounced, another year with me, I find to go on appeal. Uncle appeal or probably appeal or co-appeal. Lawyers are on young uncle them no still with me appeal. Only none lawyers. Oh, Omra answer. Say best start to Omra answer.
Na say my try now absentia and this way appeal as well na absentia.
No, they said it doesn't work that way. Until they find the procedure. What I say, criminal procedure. Until they find the procedure, it doesn't work that way. But yeah, coming back to a Chrome Hano, Onu said the intent of the law, is not a no. The intent and purpose of the law. And he said, a bit creative peace and order. Because of the law, economic activities, because of the law, and be to Jomoa, obi ntimi koye copyright no because of what say was a co-patent and now say okoye the copy ayi to ho what you say there is a law for that because of the law I don't think that menu mi enu ti ha ye bibia de
mame announce mo man for say bia wo bia no ya na wa ye careful sanse na weather no aye ne hu bibia o mu ana asesa ensuo no ani ehwe for machase of water region ya ato water region pa e de from no edin ne ade aba ho enti ye wo mpoano no anope ne enti sa se de amta ka na se bibia asesa ene ma hya se yesesa ya ensuo no ani aba fo mpa enti bia wo bia nso na wa ye careful e de amame kan se yanko yanim
ya enti ya ka law no ho asemache but enemy person ka me opportunity na imam yami party members
koso
ehu ade bia ye take it for granted
koso
which we shouldn't have. And what make no has in an repeat to her. And then my home person says, oh, any past 6,000 be
a defective
from
and I'm free.
Alan, however, MPP members, yay, and yaji. Yow, the communicators, you're more party. It's about time if they are sleeping. Also, they have to wake up from their slumber as they for them. Wake up from Omunda or demo. Yow, yem funny say, you're 100%. This analysis is an algebraic statistical analysis.
Because
100%, no, yem fan say, you're MPP, you're NDC. I want people to listen to this. Na yen trust, na yen put two strategy together properly. Send a beya yen ye complacency and trust in new ye mutu mini ye hone yensre. You divide 100% now, NDC will take 50. MPP will take 50, but we need 50 plus 1.
50 and more.
Yeah, 50 and more. And the 50-50, all other parties, all things being equal, will be 0-0. Hallelujah. Still, will be anti-me and meeting the constitutional requirement. Now, Alan, the roots, every MPP. And they say, Alan, you're 1%. 100% no swati about 99.
And yes, when you're 1%, cry per 50 and more. On one casa per se, cry to a back one.
With the train, because I'm just trying to give advice to your party. Now, man, 40 million trans year who say it is not about me. It's not about ostentatious display of wealth. It's not about we are going to break the 8 at all costs. But it's about sitting down to understand the dynamics, the ecosystem properly. And get the right message to the people. Yow, it is only 1%, about 99% divided by 2. I say, what you say? I say, 98.5 each, 48.5 each, 48.5 each. On your 2%, still a sort, and you 50 no, almost 50 and more. I na info analytics for say. Almost statistics no. Alan will be somewhere 7% to 10%. And to the M5 say, oh my mistake, the M5 5%. Alan pull 5%, not all other parties just 0. I had 95. 95 no so no. Say MPP folk vote to, and this folk vote to. Obianya Benya 47.5%. And one who say the Alan factor no, any factor be we the MPP folks should look down upon, but rather it should be a cry call for us to sit up and then look at the market. When I say look at the market, I look at the voter population. And who say your message being your word in my woman, what are their expectations? And what can we do to entice them, to bewitch them, for them to go and vote for us? And the Allen factor, the man for vote, oh, and they are more defective, and I say, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. And they say, Alan, you're 2%. Now all the small parties in the count, and you're 1%, there 3% as well. Yeah, it's what it. And nothing is so important. Say, in 2016, we the MPP folks, we use the Doomso card, to move voters to come and vote for us. Almost 1 million. The difference. The variance is close to 1 million. The do-so card. This is not the time. What I say? The election year is not the time, y'all, for people to be experiencing doom-so, whatever it is. But rose by any other name will still smell as rose. And say the other you're unstructured here. DS no, you're structured, and therefore we have to structure. So if they do so, we have to come out and tell people, say, we are facing this. This is a schedule. Please, it's not going to happen. It's not going to take long. Let us talk to the people. Share COVID time. Nana Akufo-Addo did a marvelous job. And the advisors, I think they did such an excellent job. Why? Because every now and then, I think 2 weeks, they are interval. The fellow Ghanaians, updates of what is happening, not the dashboard of growth and development within that period. No, so he was giving hope, like Moses. He was giving hope to the people. And Bibian say, "Yo, yantu abuase, asundwebeba, yekoyanim, yadie wentimi kunyen." He was always leading. He was always leading. At this period, Yatimia control doom so for 7 good years. Yeah, I said, could be 7 for 7 good years. Then all of a sudden, this thing is back. Is it working? This thing is back. And all it takes is the communicators, both party communicators and government communicators, should jump in and say, when you cost of America crabby near the Memphis Mamo until this particular day, I have from Mukanya, it helps planning. I don't want to save or gadgets. But you keep it quieter. Yeah, and only idea I say Henny Panyano. And it is not about competency per se, but it is how we relate and connect to the voters and Ghanaians. How we talk to them. Your story is saying, your tale is saying, your strategy is saying, your achievement is saying. If you are not able to tell them a true story, give them the reality, and I'm talking about reality, what is going on. And then the area where you do me by fear, do Kenya. And the carbon monoxide is affecting the atmosphere, but we are talking, say, climate change and all that. The carbon monoxide is to the atmosphere. We don't want to go to opposition. We don't want to.
A problem at the end was the ministry, no? Headed by Matthew Poko Prempe. The end was
as quickly as possible. Number one, we have to let people know what is going on. Number two, and what's a ways and means of finding a solution to this problem? Because problem I yet solve for past 7 years, no. I didn't like 1 year you can create anything to solve. Because since I past 7 years now, you buy that John Domani Mahama doing so. I will say it me contain at the end. I didn't have a free answer. And that ministry, no, now what's about Bontini? I hope Brasiemu to talk to Ghanaians. Oh yeah, where so who will be your home? Next one can was a man children. And I want couple of man children. Any part to how or what be used to the perception is dangerous. Or what be used to because idea a cost with you. Doom so na Kwaku Mukasa Mahama doom so na say
ECG adwuma omo person omo privatizing no collection and Kwaku here say plan no tin mo de doom so aban say be am benya kwan aton ECG na also people are coming out with their own answers. They will ask their own questions and provide own answers. That is why it is so important, say MPP4 yengina your communication, you know, ada. And I'm saying this with all conviction. Ada. Tizobia OTM bia who say, baby, you do no, we have about 6 to 7 months. Everybody must wake up, sit down, go back to the drawing board. Go back to the drawing board. It's all about strategy. We have to ask all the Socratic questions: who, when, how, where. All these questions and find solutions. It's about solution. And solution. We have to have a solution set. Find a solution now to a problem. You always have to look for the best fit. And you also can't wait. That's okay. I think, sir, the communication for me, I think it has broken down.
So almost say, why are we not hearing anything? So almost say, let me ask you a question. Other places, do they know what is happening? Do they know? Because they don't know, you know. If we talk about JSS, Omega's if we talk about 1D1, Omega's if we talk about the drones, Omega's agenda 111, and even the ambulances, the 309 ambulances, the Bayanka, Amanidiaba, Ghana Beyond Aid, the Amanidiabano. Because Omuda no Mushishi Omunti. Ahura Baditino. Ubeka when you know, because I know one to tomorrow. On him, about him, who didn't know whom it's acquired for Osunga. And when the matter, I was a politics, you did your politics.
Papa Penia, in the Mamisu who knows
who's on me when I'm saying, and he also be me, but I may can't say, I want to be as rare as possible. Mundane. Said the Baya, Omomutia, and pay better to say, hey, the
council me to say a problem no, I was a public.
They should know because they are part of it.
Near can't acquire bet me a fast solve problem.
Yes, and give them hope.
Okay.
Okay, said Moses. Tell me, or walking Kakaomono, when you go for one beach, say, now almost share.
So that is the solution.
Solution, hope. Give the people hope. And that's how we share movies are. Tell me, the leader, the commander, no. Hope. What we have ministers there, they are the coaches. So basketball, that was a soccer, that was a shamwa. Who was a coach, you know, go ahead, we can do it, we can make it.
Now, say, transport to somebody and a face, I bet to money at the China meeting, or until the echo should be, and people are talking, just say,
yeah, you want my first degree. I did economics. Now, my thesis topic, you know, you're finding the oil price hike and the Ghanaian experience. The oil price hike and the Ghanaian experience. So your two oil price must say is because the demand for oil no is inelastic. Your two more and the effect it trickle down one import to Accra or Wasofie. Its effect, it can cause inflation, imported inflation, because we are importing the oil. Everybody will feel it. And the oil is also part of the energy home. And the oil is also air costs. Say you are managing a year. Now at this time, political season, Ghana for Bufu show air so see you are managing a year. Near you say a month for oh, you have 2 oil move, you have 2 oil move, you have a scope speculation.
Yeah, Breno, can you imagine listening to you live? Our light just went off. Having experienced about 5 hours outage last night. Thank God I have a rechargeable gadget which I depend on. And yes, I dare incoming Timon Kabu. Who say that one?
Yeah, you see,
sir.
Yeah, in summarizing, no, yeah, no, your bar. Oh, the mature. We need to come sometimes play a devil's advocate to make sure say empanifo 8 year. No when you are in the middle of the Red Sea, you know that Okoria. Because we tell year and so so. As Moses is leading, no, Obia look upon Moses, Obia look unto Christ. There's hope. There's hope. Tell the people hope. Tell them say do so. You do Kenya, but we are fixing it. We will make sure say it will be stable. And they can we and Ghana for as akufo-addo was doing during the COVID time. Now, also COVID time, nobody complained though.
David.
Obia because say you fellow Ghanaians, yeah, glued to their TV sets and radio. Everybody wants to listen. You believe the Anayan lifted. Are we going to still put restrictions or not? It became the normal. The abnormal became the normal. And hope and to lead a country sometimes it's not all about competencies, but it's about how you relate to people and how you treat people. When you have a problem, the communication from the top of the pyramid to the bottom of the pyramid will galvanize and ginger the people to stand by you.
Amoh that is a legal practitioner. Medasese obaye one more council amobuaya no pay. You know, be a said me come amunyan and tiano. Mayhwe na na ma ho se nsuo no water regional air topa enam mpona no abedru Greater Accra nti ba bia wo bia no why careful nsuo no ase se eto se ya edemframa enampa hye ne nso na wotwe wie nso na owura kwabra kwachi ye gya no kwan nyame ya admo cha no pa ibehia yakra